Welcome. Today we're diving into one of the most fundamental protocols in networking, the Address Resolution Protocol, or ARP. In IPv4 networking, ARP acts as the essential glue that seamlessly connects the logical layer with the physical layer. ARP bridges the gap between Layer 3 IP addresses and Layer 2 MAC addresses, ensuring communication can occur between devices. Even if a computer knows the destination's IP address, it cannot send a frame without knowing that destination's hardware address, or MAC address. So what exactly is the primary purpose of this protocol? Devices on a local area network communicate primarily using MAC addresses at Layer 2. However, users and applications interact using IP addresses at Layer 3. ARP is the mechanism used to discover the necessary MAC address of a device when only its IPv4 address is initially known. Let's walk through the 4 steps of the ARP process for 2 devices on the same local network. First, the sending PC checks its own ARP table, or cache, to see if the destination MAC address is already stored from a previous communication. If it is, the process stops here. If the MAC is not in the cache, the sending PC creates an ARP request. This packet is sent as a Layer 2 broadcast, meaning every device on the LAN receives it. Only the device that recognizes the target IP responds. It generates an ARP reply, which is sent as a unicast packet directly back to the sender, containing the needed MAC address. The sending PC receives the reply, saves the new IP to MAC mapping into its ARP table, and can finally encapsulate the original data into a frame and send it to the destination. But what if the destination is on a different network, like a website on the internet? If the destination IP is on a different subnet, the sending PC knows it must forward the data to its default gateway, which is the router. The sending PC performs an ARP request for the router's IP address, not the final destination's IP. The router provides its own MAC, and the frame is sent there to be routed forward. For those studying networking, let's review some key terms and useful commands related to ARP. Key terms include static ARP, which are manually entered mappings, dynamic ARP, learned automatically, and gratuitous ARP, which devices use to announce their own IP or detect conflicts. To view your ARP table on Windows, use ARP-A. On Cisco devices, you would use, "show IP ARP." Now let's touch upon a significant security concern related to ARP-ARP spoofing. ARP is inherently a, "trusting protocol." It does not require any form of authentication for a device to send an ARP reply. An attacker can exploit this by sending fake ARP replies, claiming to be the default gateway. This is ARP spoofing or poisoning, leading to man-in-the-middle attacks. On Cisco switches, we can mitigate this serious risk by using a security feature called Dynamic ARP Inspection, or DI.